established something I tried to do at the end of my term called the New Markets Tax Credit. We gave big incentives that if you go into part of coal country in eastern Kentucky, you will see it doing. Helping people to remake their future. We need to use this infrastructure program to do that. And one of the things we can do that every student here will understand is to give affordable, universal access to rapid broadband in every small town and rural area in America. You will bring everybody into the national economy and we can rise together. We need more small businesses. 2/3 of all of our jobs in 20 years have been created by small business. The bill the president signed, called the Dodd-Frank bill, to make sure Wall Street never wrecks Main Street again, I don't care what anybody else tells you, it's way better than anything we've had for the last 20 years. It gives the incoming president the authority to appoint people who can break up any kind of bank at any size that's engaging in risky gambling behavior. But it also is supposed to protect regular small business lending, and yet a lot of regulators are so scared of having anything bad happen again, they put a lot of those expensive regulations on normal community banking. What does that mean to you if you're, let's say, about to graduate from here? Suppose your lifelong dream is to have a community bakery, and all you need to start is $50,000. If it costs a bank as much to process your $50,000 loan as it does to process a $5 million loan or a $50 million loan, what's going to happen? Not so many $50,000 loans. This is a big issue. When we grew together in the 90s, we doubled the number of loans from the Small Business Administration going to minority-owned businesses. Doubled it not over the previous 8 years, over the previous 40 years. And it worked. What we need to do now is to say to these banks clearly and unambiguously, you can make loans just the way you used to. Loan money to the people who deposit in your neighborhood. Make the small business loans again. Start the new entrepreneurs out. Help the farmers. Bring them into the American economy and we will be going like crazy before you know it. That's where the future is in the largest number of jobs. Now, there are some barriers to this. One is, let's just talk about the college program. You heard what President Carter said about Hillary's plan for college. Everybody should be able to get out debt-free out of a public school, an HBCU school, any school that has a lot of first or second generation Americans or underserved populations that has relatively low tuition and high graduation rates. Everybody should qualify for free tuition for people who need it, more help for people at lower incomes, up to 10 hours a week of work-study income for every student who wants it, but higher income people should pay their kids' own way. Not that you shouldn't raise taxes on higher income people, but if you're going to raise taxes, use my money to put the American people to work in good jobs that pay high wages and allow them to support their children. And as the president, you can just ask people here will tell you, if you go out and just pay free tuition to everybody, you will take all the pressure off all the state legislatures to support the colleges and universities properly. They'll keep raising the roof on tuition and people will keep falling further and further behind. If you let people who can afford it pay their own tuition, cut the cost of operating the college by having more work-study positions, then there'll be pressures to hold the prices down so we can help keep everybody going. But what about